Hello? Hello. Everybody, happy Monday. That's Monday. I was going to do a thing, hang on, because it's very warm. No, that does, well, it could.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
Give out the thing, right? I mean, it's one of these. Right. Jesus. And then it'll be grand. Right? It takes planning. But yes, you're all very welcome in. Happy Monday, a bank holiday Monday here in Ireland. Jesus. I was only saying it's very warm in my room. Right? But we'll get through it, lads. I had the aircon on and everything. Jesus, lightning and everything. Anyway, friends, you join us tonight for episode 3 of our Firefly Volcano Series. We will explore the infamous Mount Vesuvius. We take the Beechcraft Duke as we explore the Italian landscapes. Right, wait to hear this, right? So, Mount Vesuvius, an active stratovolcano located in the Gulf of Naples in Italy, stands at an elevation of just over 4,000 feet tall, and Vesuvius is most famous for the catastrophic eruption back in 79 AD. It led to the destruction of the Roman cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum. It's also the only volcano on the European mainland to have erupted within the last 100 years. Its last eruption occurring back in 1944, Vesuvius is part of the Campanian volcanic arc and is considered one of the most dangerous volcanoes in the world due to its proximity to densely populated areas. Tonight, our journey begins here at Florence Airport, Lima, India, Romeo, Quebec, as we head towards Rome, the city, the eternal city, as we make a stop at Urbe. It's going to be Lima, India, Romeo, uniform. That's our first stop of the night. Next, we're going to head down to Naples International, Lima, India, Romeo, November. That's very close to the volcano as we prepare to fly over and inspect it. As we commence our final leg, we shall overfly Vesuvius and indeed fly over Pompeii as we head out then to the Salerno Costa, out to Costa di Amalfi Airport. Lima, India, Romeo, India for a full stop landing. So, I didn't read that at all now. Brilliant, right? So that's kind of the shape of it. It's a fairly... I love flying in Italy. Italy is absolutely fantastic in the simulator. Now, I'm using a custom weather preset. Live weather is actually only gorgeous, but I thought we'd add a bit of kind of, a bit of oomph to our endeavours here for this evening. So, how are yous? Did you have a nice weekend? Were you back to work today? I'm back tomorrow, so, my laughingness is just, it'll be, short-lived, friends. So who's here in the chat before we get kind of up and running and see how we're going to do the thing with the oak? I was learning all about Vesuvius today. Fascinating. It is actually, genuinely. And we have a whole load of notes here with thanks to Mrs. Two-Tone to help us along our way, guiding us with some local knowledge and things about stuff. Brilliant, So, who's here? We haven't... Jesus, there's more lightning. Englewood is here. Good to see you, man. You're very welcome aboard. Airlock Doc has rumbled into the chat. Bit of background tunage. Do you know what I mean? Good to see Airlock. He says, what does he say? Happy Monday, people. Hope you had a better day than I. But it's Monday evening. And all that changes now. Nice. Great to see you. Fierce Wolf is here, looking fierce and wolfy. Happy Monday to you. Elf is in the house. Welcome aboard. Mr. Zed Rider, along with Super Ty. Good evening, lads. Happy Monday. Spitfire Oriev 100 is here in the chat. Adam B. Twitch TV. Good to see you, my guy. Hope all is well. Greyhaim Dane. That's a great name. Good evening, my dude. Good to see you. Lee Dixon is here. Vacuum rambles aboard. Flyer 10. He says I'm early for once. Brilliant. You're welcome in, man. Filthy is here. Willow How Much says hello, Fireflies. Hello. Good to see you, man. Nighthawk 1867 says good afternoon, everyone. Once again, off to Italy. Indeed. Hope you're well, dude. Gaseous Maximus is here. Welcome aboard. Junior Bigsby, you're very welcome in. Sterling says, g'day, Fireflies. It's a great day to fly. Indeed it is. This aircraft is absolutely incredible. Love it. It's brilliant. Onboard Simulations, good to see you. Captain Meowingtons is here. Bell Bro says, how are you, Murph? And Fireflies. Start of the week. Let's go. Good to see you, man. Shuffle Shoes shuffles in. AJH John, happy Monday. PH Roy is here. Welcome in. Let's make it a hot flight. Oh, behave, right? It'll be all socks. Lots of them, But yes, let's see what happens. Sun Jammer, good to see you. And let me see now. 6 knots. Kieran, you're very welcome aboard. SK Sun is here in the chat. Richie Ricardo. welcome in, man. You're looking well. Paparazzi is here. He says, happy Firefly Monday. Hope all is well in the world. All is well in the realm, yes. And it's great to see you, Paparazzi. Toto, 24.95, cranking up the Toto. He says, happy Monday, everyone. Let the week of streamage begin. It's a busy week, this one. Streams every day. And sure, listen, right? You'll be sick. You're probably already sick of me. But it's grand. We'll take our time, friends. The cat's here with me as well, look. What's that button? Dish. Well, you can't really see. Oh, you can see her. She's over there. Do something, cat. Move or something. You know, wave. No. She doesn't do much now, in fairness. She's a cat, like. Do you know what I mean? Cats don't do much. They're plotting. That's what cats do. Constantly plotting for the humans. Do you know what I mean? Eamon 1973, very good day to you, my dude. Hope all is well. Gibbo Ireland, happy Monday to you, my dude. And lads, if you haven't seen the announcement over on Discord, Gibbo Ireland, the absolute legend, the legend apparent. Wait, is it? Yeah, the legend apparent. He's a parent. Gibbo, do you know what he did? He off and went and created a livery. He was Bob Rossing it the entire weekend, and we now have a new Firefly Air livery for the Inibill's A320. Ooh. He also updated the VMR file if you're going to be flying on VATSIM. So kudos to Gibbo. Thank you very, very much indeed, my guy. And well, hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. Echo Charlie, good to see you. Briggsy Entertainment. I don't know, Briggsy. Try and now refresh the gadget, see if that works. Sometimes that happens on Twitch. Do you know? Mr. Skoo is here. Good to see you. Have a great Monday time at Murphy. Thank you very much. Great to see you, man. Pilot Kid is here. Happy Monday. Naughty Gnome. He says, today's the day we crash into mountains. Yes? Maybe, well, you know. Who knows, Naughty Gnome? Who knows? Kozaki Flyer is here. He goes, Murph, I still have OBS audio issues. Hope your holiday goes better. You still have OBS audio issues? On your side or my side? Jesus, then, I don't know. But hopefully they all get fixed. Do you know what I mean? Evening all, Roman crossover night. Daddy Plum, good to see you. Womans. We love Womans. Kozaki, brilliant. Rob MCR, 40 months, my dude. Thank you very, very much indeed. Getting the subs off to a start this evening. Very kind of you, sir. And will you welcome in?
Hello there.
Hello there. It's all happening now. James, 747 James is here. Good to see you, my guy. Epic Fool. He says, please, no shots and calves camera. No. Calves camera. Look at the calves. Wait, what? Listen, it'll be grand, right? What was that song your man sang? You know, it's getting hot in here. So he was a bishop, wasn't he? One of them lads, right? Do you know? Yes, right. Moving on abruptly. What's the holiday? I don't know. I'm away in 2 weeks' time. I'm going to Las Vegas. Right. Can you imagine now the logistics involved? Oh, don't worry, I'll keep you up with, like, I'm lost. Somebody help me, right? And yeah, it'd be grand. I'm not reading, you're reading. Well, that was terribly blatant. There was a lot of words in that last bit of script on my teleprompter, you know. Then again, there's times now I can probably pull this off without you actually thinking, is Murphy actually reading? For example, I know if I move my hand over here, it looks as if I'm adjusting something on the gadget. But the idea is you do a lot of these facial movements and look away every now and again, raise your eyebrows, or I could just do this. You're very welcome in, lads. Great to see everyone here. And Bijani, brilliant. Right, do you know, it could be that bad. I'm working on it. I'm learning technology. But yes, 79 AD, when Murph was a lad, I remember as well. It was a hot summer's eve. Wait, it actually was a hot summer's eve. Jesus. Tarnish, good to see you. Adam B. Tweet says, I'm off to Sorrento for my honeymoon in May next year. Going to Pompeii too. Nice. Jesus. Honeymoon, how romantic. And look at this place, dear. This is where thousands perished. Right? I'm just saying. No, I'd love to go there, though. I'd love to go there because I'm mad into Roman history, right? And Mr. Two-Tone was in Pompeii. I never have, but I will eventually. But I also want to go to Herculaneum because, well, I'll show you on the gadget now tonight. Anyway, the eruption reached 316 decibels, but most of its sound was muffled, says Super Ty. Jesus. Wayland Jutani is here. I was actually in Naples last year, experienced the second earthquake of my life, 2.6 on the Richter scale. What? Crazy. Wayne Prefontaine is in the house. Party on, Wayne. Yeah, right. Good to see you, man. Now, where are we at? Amelfi. Very good. See? We can read words together, and I'll read them out loud after you help me. But yes, right, we're over here now. Mr. Dan says, you lucky devil, however, I'm on holiday on Wednesday next week.
That's a
Oh, are
big
you?
10-4, good buddy.
With the Jesus then. Elf says, my dad's family originate from Casino, and I've enjoyed exploring it from the air. I hope to go there for real at some point. Oh, nice. Briggsy, I've been to Pompeii. It was amazing. No way. Dougal says, I have terrible FPS here. Oh, Jesus. Try a restart, Dougal. I got that earlier on, and just a restart kind of fixed it. Speaking of which, you're very welcome in, Dougal. I've got the other gadget working. Do you know the way you can do this NVIDIA, you know the DLSS swapper gadget thingy? I finally got it working because I was trying to figure out in my head last week. I was saying, Jesus, I was getting like 60 frames, and the system I have is very similar to what Gibbo has, and Gibbo will be getting easily 100, 120. So I'm hoping now that works well tonight. We shall see. Some testing will be required. Do you know? Viper Strike is here. Good to see you. Flew in Chile yesterday, doing the monthly schedule. Good man yourself. Nitro, good to see you. Happy Monday to you. Energizer is here. Welcome aboard. Wheaty Gaming, you're very welcome. You're welcome in. Good to see you. Wombat49, greetings, my dude. Happy Monday. Now let me see. Flying for Fun, good afternoon. Doc Blues is here. He says hello from Virginia Beach. Hello from Tipperary. It's great to see you. Welcome in. Tenno, you're very welcome aboard. He says good evening all. Good evening to you. Now let me see. Mr. Dan, gotta get up the yard this 263 nautical mile trip. Oh, we'll be moving now fairly lively. Soaring AJH, man, you're very welcome aboard. Now let me see. I'll be doing a lot of daily challenges from India to Germany. Ooh, nice one, Adam. Let me see. Goblin Zeus, good evening. Heading off to Vegas Wednesday fortnight, the 19th of June. That's when I'm heading across the pond. 15 streams in a row. Oh, good man, Viper. Thank you very much indeed. Yeah, great. Massive thanks to Gibbo, lads, for that livery. Fantastic stuff. Now, let me see. Canoe Head, good to see you. Daddy Plump, good evening again. Now, what did the Romans ever do for us? Right? We'll get in there. Who's this now? Neil D, you're very welcome aboard. And great to see you. Kozaki's OBS stream. Are you using OBS Studio or is like slobs? Which one is it, Kozaki? Tiger Shark, good to see you. Martel is in the house. Welcome aboard. Hope you're well. Mr. Dan says, yeah, off to Vegas. Brilliant, isn't it? The mad lad. Right. And I'll get lost. Goodness sake, good to see you. Your Roman emote is pretty much shaking in fear of Vesuvius' eruption. I see what you did. I like it. I approve. Super Tie, I approve. I'm after kicking me toe off me. Oh! You can't see it now, and I'm not going to put the camera down there, but underneath this desk, right? Flash a bit of the leg there, Murphy. I have two of them, look. Underneath this desk, there is a footrest thing. Came with a chair. And on top of it, I have a cushion. And I like to put my feet up on top of the cushion every now and again, or I like to put my feet on the legs of the footrest. However, every once in a while, I will completely misjudge the altitude required for my foot, usually my left foot, to sit on the leg of the gadget. And in this case, I've bashed my not so big toe. That's the toe beside your big toe. Anyway, Rambog Mord is in the house. Good to see you, man. Hope you're well. Someone got tips off Brian Dobson, right? Epic fool. I even polished my desk earlier. I genuinely did. This stuff is only deadly. If you ever see it in the shop, I highly recommend it. The original non-silicone wood silk to silk your wood. It's very, very good, lads. Brilliant, right? It's about $2.50 a bottle. But anyway, where are we at? We're over here now. There's old bottles there. Where? In Pompeii. Or in... Yeah, Pompeii, yeah. Isn't there? Not Pompeii. What was it called? Place. Yeah, there was a whole load of them establishments, right? Jeez, they were mad into it. And then, you know, a terrible volcano came along. Pompeii, yeah, Pompeii, not Pompey. But anyway, where are we at? We're over here, look. And Rookie Pilot has subscribed 25 months. Thank you very, very much indeed, my guys. Great to see you. And thank you very much for all the support. That's nuts. Strap21 is here. Hola, hope you're well. Now, where are we at? We're over here. I said that literally just a second ago. Murphy repeats himself. The thunder just put the bejesus out of me. Good. That's what we do. I'm in Egypt, just OBS and voice meter. Kozaki, no idea, man. Drop me a DM later. We'll get to the bottom of it. Do you know what I mean? Listen, right? The fact that I actually have audio working, the fact that you can see a picture and hear my voice. I mean, this is me, right? that'll just tell you the length of time it took me to go from to where we are now. I still break it, but at least it works sometimes. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, Martel, Crocs land down there, aka Mordor. Indeed. So not only have you small hands, you also have little legs. I've a giant torso. I've a massive... Them Morphys aren't they big or sitting in they are standing. Right, do you know? But yeah, right... It is what it is. I get around. Well, I can move around when I need to. Sure. I once dropped my TM or my Thrustmaster HOTAS. Oh, Jesus. Hang on a second, lads. Slow this down. Dougal McTavish reports from the field. He once dropped his Thrustmaster HOTAS throttle on his bare foot. It dislocated a toe. This was on Alison's stream, so it was her fault. When was that, Dougal? Was that the year that, you know, everyone just heard this kind of a...
Oh, Jesus.
Well, they heard a... in the distance. What was that? Sounded... Get out! Words that I can't use. Hang on. This... Now. Brilliant, right? Needed to get that out of there. You can leave... Just 1 second, like, do you know... Dougal, that sounds extremely sore and painful. Anyway, Randy Godwin is here over on YouTube. You're very welcome in. Nutty Snack, good to see you. Mrs. TPHI17, you're very welcome aboard. Murph and everyone in chat, good evening. The last earthquake, we had knocked the bins over. Really? Jesus. Nutty Snack, that's nuts, man. Angel15 is here as well. Good to see you. Arctic Chill, good to see you. Yorkshire Pud is in the house. You're very welcome aboard. And who else? Lightworks Laser Engraving. A very happy Monday to you, and welcome in everyone. Hope you're all keeping very well indeed. And sure, we get through to the gadget now.
This baby hits 88 miles per hour. You're gonna see some serious shit.
Now we'll move this. Right, and that's the transition, look. Now, here we go. Don't pop. It didn't pop. Right, now, turn this and fix that. Jesus. Right, here we are. So, I've used, Good God, man. Do you hear that weather? I've gone with thundery but calm. It's a weather preset, right? And I might just actually jump into it here a little bit. We'll bring the lightning down there now, I'd say, to about a 0.58. And that'll just calm the... It should calm it, right? It should calm it. Keane Lafford is here. Good to see you. How do you explain that to your doctor? So basically, I was on my flight sim, doing a flight with Ali. Suddenly, my Thrustmaster throttle fell in me toe. Doctor stares and Jesus. Right, brilliant. Right, where are we at over here? Cosine Skinny, thank you very much indeed for the follow. Welcome in, man. Great name. Stepping on an upturned 3-pin plug. Ouch. That's almost as bad as walking on Lego, right? Stutters over the airport is real, says Toto. Oh, really? Oh, Jesus. Right, well, we shan't delay. If you want to get flying, get away from the airport and we'll catch up with you. Jesus! We'll catch up with you in a few minutes. Did you hear the... What? Let's turn down the lighting for a minute. That was just... Holy crap, right? Yeah, we should be grand now, right? All should be well. So here we are in the Black Square Beach Duke, one of the absolute best aircraft in the sim, hands down. Holy Thunderbat, man. Nothing hurts more than reading everything that... Oh, Jesus. Kane, we've only started, like, you just can't be going there yet. Ooh! I've just been keened. Thought that was me Chinook exploding, right? Literally jumped in me seat. That makes two of us. Classic 2004. Good to see you, man. He says, hi, Murph. Long time no here. See you fly. Indeed. Going to Vegas. See you there. Oh, nice. Look out for me. You'll see me. I'll be the only Aegis with sunburn. Right? And like, Two-Tone Jr. was out fishing on Saturday and he came back with a whole load of sunburn. Or Sunday. Was it Friday or Saturday or Sunday? Anyway, he came back with just like his outfit, right? As in, like, scalded in places, and then the rest of them not so much. Staying at the Rio, nice. Same here. Literally jumped out of his seat. Right, okay, look at the state of this, right? Now, I was going to do a quick look here at frame rates. 700 FPS. Would you get out of town? Yeah, up to the 90s. Now, that's before we turn on multiplayer. You get the idea, right? You get the idea. So, our flight plan, this is what we're looking like. Out of Florence, check out the city if you like. We have a bit of, photogrammetry. Then it's down into Rome proper, LIRU, that's Urbe, right into the city. We'll fly out over the ancient city, and then we're heading down then towards Naples. From Naples, we're going to ramble over. There's a waypoint here. I don't know why I meant that waypoint here. That's just somewhere on the way down. Salerno, is it? Anyway, it's a nice mountain. Then we get down to Naples. From Naples, then it's over Vesuvius. Look at the size of this thing, right? And then from Vesuvius, we're heading down here to this place called Battipaglia. But if you say it like in Italian, it sounds even more nice. Battipaglia. Use your hands to, substantiate your claims. And that's what we're doing, right? So, right. With that said, friends, well, it's time to get in and get our aircraft up and running. So you've all seen this aircraft before. Absolutely incredible. I've gone for the piston variant of this aircraft. Hope everything's looking really nice on my screen. I've been de-diddling and de-diddling with graphics and frame rates and all this sort of jazz. So I hope now what you see looks tasty, right? Do you know what I mean? That waypoint on Murphy's flight plan is over another extinct volcano. Oh, nice. Right, okay. Old veteran 965 is here. He says, woohoo! Here and not before engine start. Ah, brilliant. What does the Duke cruise at? We'll probably get about 140 or 150 out of this thing during the cruise. And if we want to go time and weather as well, I might bring the time back slightly. That's too late. 1830, lads. About 1830. If you set your clocks to that in the sim, it should look very, very nice indeed. Right. So here we are. And well, we can see the clouds around us. This is going to be fun. So welcome to the cockpit, and we're going to get ourselves completely set up here. Remove the control locks, remove the throttle locks, and I think I have a door open. We do. Close the door there, Betsy. All right. Door closed. And we'll bring up our tablet here just to make sure everything is looking well in the realm. So into our payload, we can remove the engine covers, the chocks, and the pitot covers. We have 80 gallons in each fuel tank. We have ourselves plus a co-pilot. That's grand. Left engine, right engine, all looking good. Electrical systems, it's cold and dark. Cabin, it's warm enough in here, 29 degrees, so we want to get that temperature down. And then our failures are, we've one active failure. Jesus. Reset. I don't know what the failure was, but we're going to reset the devil, and we'll see what happens now. So real world failures, and we'll see what happens, right? So before we get going here, a couple of things. Make sure our circuit breakers are all in. Everything is modeled on this plane. This would be a study level simulation, and it's gorgeous, right? Only an Irishman can get me excited about this aircraft. Willie, I'm telling you, this is about the most crack you can have with your clothes on. It's brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. There's things go. Listen. You can tap. That just so happens it's the turbine internal temperature thing that I tapped. But you can tap it, right? Brilliant. That was hilarious. P.S. Miranda, good to see you, man. Jesus, tier 1 sub, 13 months, my dude. Thank you very much indeed. That was hilarious. What happened? Murph just tapped the tit thing. Anyway, the failure will be gears from Murph's last landing. Bloody hell, right? Tough crowd, right? Anyway, let's start off and do the thing. So, prop, you should be in the back position. So, bring you fully forward. Thank you. Fuel tanks. We're going to turn these both on. They're on. Excellent. Landing gear is in the down position. Excellente. Parking brake is set. We're looking very good. And well, we're going to start off now with our battery. We can also check here to see, well, what do we have on board in terms of oxygen. Oxygen's looking good. We may or may not need it. I doubt we'll need it. It's like 5,000 feet, I think, is enough to get us over the hump. So battery on. All right. Now, we're going to get our nav lights, beacon lights, internal lights can come on here as well. Avionics are warming up, doing their thing, thinking about how they're going to have a bit of crack with us this evening. Looking across, avionics are all off. Environmental controls are all off for the moment. And, well, friends, now it's time to get this machine up and running. Now, we can use the engine visualizer here to help us out because I just love the simulation. It's absolutely class, right? So we're going to go to the right engine first. So we're going to start off here using a couple of things. The boost pumps, we'll turn them on. There's the sound. We're going to increase the mixture. Increase the right throttle. And you notice the change of sound. And we get the fuel pump off. Now we're going to get the little oil, pre-oiler pump working. And we can have a look at this, and that's actually pumping oil all the way around the engine. and it creates a kind of a full circuit just to make sure everything's tickety-boo when we want to start this machine up. So let me see, fuel is good and oil is now good. We give it another blast of fuel. And now we should be good for a start. All right, so windows open. We're going to go our mags from off to right, left, and both. And we shall try this. We're going to open the right throttle a little bit. We're going to say clear prop, and we'll go for the start. Oh, it's alive! Okay, we got a good start. Oil pressure rising, temperature is looking good. And from here we can activate the generator, get a bit of a recharge on. And we're going to do the same now over on the left-hand side. So we're going to get the pre-oiler turned on. As the pre-oiler is going, turn on the boost. Mixture in. Full throttle. Well, that should be enough just to get the old, do you know what I mean? Bit of power in. Give another blast. And fuel pump off. Okay. Pre-oiler is done. Mags off, right, left, and both. Clear prop. Come on, Betsy.
Oh, Jesus.
Come on, Betsy. Thinking about it. She didn't like that at all, did she? Right, fuel booster back on again. Run that now for a couple of seconds. Arctic Chill, we're going to be on the Southeast Asian server. Hey, Zybok is here, good to see you. Okay, fuel pump off. Throttle back a bit. Clear prop. Alright. Okay, left engine coming up. Oil pressure is rising. We're looking good. Generator on. Disappear the tablet. Give that power up a little bit. Bring our mixture down a little bit so we don't put too much carbon on the plugs. Gens are already on. Keep the window open because it's warm. Inverter on. And avionics also on. Southeast Asian server. Yes, indeed. Willie Vior, good to see you, man. The sound of this thing, isn't it gorgeous? Just ticking over. Absolutely stunning. Sounds just like me Skoda. Right, environmental systems now. Let's have a look at you. So we want to go to cool, turn on the vent, and let that start doing its thing. We can close a little window here. And we're going to monitor our internal temperature. It's 33 degrees. That's shocking hot. Is there anything we can do here to help? Manual cool. Well, the blower's on. Cabin air. What else we need? Co-pilot air. Pedos can come on. Prop sync, leave it off. Pitch trim needs to be activated. And then we get through our Rico lights. Taxi light. Auto cool. So we were at 33. We're still at 33. Why is it so hot, lads? Let me see here now. That's cabin temperature increase. Does this help? 32 degrees. Ah, yes, it's doing the thing. Brilliant. Right, okay. How are we looking now? The Grand Duke, yeah. Wingtips, extra fuel, and something more. Is this the same process to start up? Kinda. Not really. Well, right, so we have a high temperature inside the cabin, but that's alright. Now, over to our flight plan. And we should go in. And our destination for tonight, lads, is going to be LIRI. LIRI. Enter. We're going to add some waypoints now. So our first one is LIRU. Rome Urbe. After Urbe, it's going to be a custom waypoint. LIRN is going to be here. LIRN. Then it's over Vesuvius. Then we're going to be adding a custom waypoint in here at some stage. But we'll have a look at that as we fly, right? Not too worried at the moment. Altitude for today's flight, bring it up there to 6,000 feet for the moment. Keep you on standby. Squawk. We'll just put in make uppy pretend on 7,000 for the moment. Reset our baro to the local pressure, which is giving us 29035. And the rest, lads, I think is looking good. We shall be okay, I say, right? We hope, right? We hope. So with that said, lads, we're going to come off the break. And we have some movement. Get that window open. We're looking good. And I'm going to turn on multiplayer now. Let's see how the frames behave. Let us see what happens. Icing will happen. We better keep an eye out. Autopilot test button. We're looking good. And we're just going to wait for the sim now. There we go. There's a whole load of aircraft starting to appear. Beautiful. Now, departing here, it's pretty much straight out to the left, lads. So it's going to be a runway 05 departure. Okay, the sim is trying to stabilize with all the aircraft. Let's see what happens. This is an Orbeck scenery, by the way. It's very nice. Okay, so we have a bit of a queue here getting onto the active. So we shall patiently wait. We could do a run up from here. And no delay, lads. When you're ready, off we go. So we'll hold short here, runway 5. Park and brake on. Mr. Rich. Up you go, you divil. Get our window closed. RPM coming up. There we go. And we're going to do a mag test first, up to 2,000 RPM. Easy, easy, easy. Stabilize. Okay, right engine. Left mag. There's a drop. Back to both. Regaining. Right mag. Back to both, regaining. Left engine. Left mag. There's a drop. Regaining. And over to its right mag. There's a drop. And regaining. Okay, we're going to cycle the prop 3 times. First one, we are looking for a drop in RPM. There's one. Second one, we're going to look for a drop in fuel flow. And the third one, we're going to look for an increase in our manifold pressure. Alright. Now, there's a whole load of additional checks that we can do. We're not going to worry about it. But we'll continue on here now. Bit of power Murph. Start moving us forward. Strobes, landing lights. All sorts of mad now sounds coming in. Jeez, we've got a ton of aircraft here, lads. This is nuts. Got a hurricane as well. 1 notch of flaps to take off. We'll follow this hurricane. Beautiful. Willie, it's great to see you, dude. Okay, now for takeoff, we need to close in our little flap here. That's closing in. Because we'll break it. We'll damage the divil taking off. So, 28 degrees is what she is inside here at the minute. That'll cool down now in a moment. So our plan here is, lads, take off and it's a turn to the right, flying over Florence, right? Okay, get ourselves lined up. Now we'll go heading mode straight away. After takeoff, it's going to be a turn out to the right. I'm going to aim for about 120. The noise of other aircraft is class. Okay, so we're walking, talking, and we squawking. Power coming in. And off the brakes. Let's go flying. Takeoff power set, speed alive, 40 knots. Here's 60. There's 80. There's 90. Oopsie daisy. Pause the rate of climb. Gear up. Alright. Beautiful. Flaps in, 300 feet. And we're over 500, start our turn to the right. Look at that. Beautiful. Man, this is a beautiful region, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. 1,300 feet. There's 120. Manifold pressure coming back to about 35. RPM bring it back to about 25. Easy now, Jemima. Okay. We're trimmed out and we're looking good. Sweet. Where do I get the Duke from? You get it from Just Flight. You get it from Just Flight. Oh, look at the cut of this. Okay, so let me see. Autopilot. Let's go down and have an L chat with you. So we want to go heading and attitude. Attitude is going to climb us. Start bringing that heading over now. We're going to go for a 150, lads. Speed is looking okay. We're climbing nicely. And we can adjust our attitude here. And we'll maintain a climb of about 1,100 feet. So, friends, what we're going to do now? Well, if you're flying along and you're on the Xbox, well, press 1. If you're on the PC, press 2. And if you're here because it's Monday night and, you know, there's nothing else on the telly, well, you press number 3 and we'll get an L count. Hello, Fireflies. Welcome to the Flying Circus. We live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 1900 Zulu time, right here. All right. Good departure. We're looking well. Who else came in here? The red kitten with the P400. Thank you very much indeed for the follow. Welcome in. Right, we're looking good here. We can now go ahead and arm our nav mode. So GPS is already done. So let's come down here to our autopilot and we'll select nav. That's going to, oh Jesus, undo the rudder trim there, Murph. So that's going to arm our nav mode. And once she captures that magenta line, we're going to continue on the way we want. So we're doing well, we're doing well. Quick check on our temperatures and pressures. Engine stuff is looking good. Temperatures are looking good. Cabin temperature's coming down a bit. Get the blower on. Auto cool. Now, can I fly with that open? I'm pretty sure I can. It adds a bit of drag, but like, do you know what I mean? Let's see what happens, right? That'll bring the temperature down fairly quickly. 25 degrees, starting to cool down a bit. The spinners on the Dukes are not animated. They don't actually spin, says Gaseous. Oh, look at that. Yeah, they spin on the back. So the spinners, so the caps don't spin. That's interesting. It's awesome. Man, look at that Chinook behind us. Beautiful flying, Epic. Fair play to you. Flying Teapot is with us. So the aircraft is now very much flying on the Magenta line. We're at an altitude of 6,000 feet. Speed, now we're going to bring it right back because we're at our cruise. So we're going to go for about 25 manifold pressure. Easy. And we're roughly 25 on our RPM. Hold her there. And let's come down here and get ourselves peaked. Rich of peak. Sure, why not? Let's go off and find it. Easy. There's a peak. Bring it down. Bring this one down. Let's go off and find it. There's a peak. Bring her back up. And we go ahead and turn on our prop sync. And we are now running this thing as efficiently as we can. Let me see. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We're running at about 80 gallons an hour. Thirsty old divil, this thing. That should bring our speed back down to the realms of about 140, give or take. And we do have a bit of parasitic drag, and we have, well, real drag with this little gadget open. But our temperature is starting to drop, which is exactly the way we wanted it. So we're doing well. No, don't worry, we'll drop it back to about 140. Don't worry, airlock. It'll be grand. But anyway, the Grand Duke can travel over 600 nautical miles while using roughly half a load of fuel. That's awesome. He always drives it like he stole it. But no, we're grand. Like, that speed will come back down. I'm aiming for about 140. Now, bearing in mind, we do have a little bit of a wind element. That's the weather radar. I wonder, can I get wind information on this? I should be able to. So, let me see. Change the fields here. Change fields. DDK. Give me the windage. Wind, speed, and direction. There we go. Calm, no winds. All right. 146 knots. That'll drain back another tiny little bit. Let me see. 25 inches and 25. So we're 25 squared. There's a slight deviation between both engines, look. So we better get in and fix that. Let's see, can we find it here? So the right engine is doing a little bit more work. So bring that left engine down a bit. Down you get. Down you get. Roughly there, I'd say. Alright, speed 144 knots. We're doing well, lads. An outside view, all I can hear is a fast jet. I can hear the bit myself. We got a Hawk with us, looking good. PC-21s. 414s. Hurricane. Chinook. Flying Teapots there in a King Air. Dougal, you're probably listening to the F-35. It could be the F-35, I'd say. That thing is super loud. Super loud. But yeah, if you don't have a Hawk, it's an airliner. Oh, really? Oh, Jesus. Right, now, bit of information, friends, right? Because it's a volcano series, would you believe it, right? Right, so Mount Vesuvius. It is an active stratovolcano located in the Gulf of Naples here in Italy. Famous for the catastrophic eruptions, particularly back in 79 AD, which led to the destruction of Pompeii and also Herculaneum. Vesuvius is part of the Campanian volcanic arc, and it's known for its explosive eruptions. Jesus. It stands at 4,203 feet. It last erupted in 1944, and it's one of the most dangerous volcanoes due to the proximity to populated areas, and it has a history of explosive eruptions. The eruption of Mount Vesuvius back in 79 AD, one of the most catastrophic volcanic events in recorded history. It's famously documented by Pliny the Younger in letters to the historian Tacitus. The eruption began on August 24th. It lasted for 2 days. Vesuvius expelled a cloud of stones, ash, and fumes, to a height of, get this, 20.5 miles, spewing molten rock and pulverized at the rate of 1.5 million tons per second. The eruption produced pyroclastic flows, which are fast-moving currents of hot gas and volcanic matter. Pyroclastic, that's like the pyroclastic elements of a volcano. Think of that similar to that of, say, like a landslide or an avalanche, that sort of force. Bananas, right? And like when it erupted, even going up to get to an altitude of some 20 miles, the speed in which the eruption would travel, it's twice the speed of sound. You're vaporized at that stage, you know. A column of volcanic debris and gases was ejected into the stratosphere, and pumice and ash rained down on the surrounding areas. The cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum were buried under 4 to 6 meters. That's somewhere between 15 and 20 feet of volcanic ash. The pyroclastic flows killed thousands of residents, with estimates suggesting around 16,000 people died. The disaster preserved the cities in a state of suspended animation, providing a unique archaeological and historical record of Roman life. The eruption significantly altered the landscape, creating a caldera at the summit of Vesuvius. Now, when we talk about, it kind of froze them, well, you can travel to this day to the city of Pompeii and see they have these figures that are they're frozen. It looks like they're frozen in stone. Kind of is. It's rock, right? And it's just mad. It's just mad. The force of this volcano and how it destroyed Pompeii and Herculaneum, and how these things were only rediscovered. It was only in the 1980s that they came across these things in detail, especially at Herculaneum. I think the digging at Pompeii starts some 300 years ago, but certainly when it came to Herculaneum, they found bodies, because they always estimated, they managed to evacuate the entire area, but they didn't. They found thousands of bones and whatever, right? And it's mad. To this day, they're still excavating both sites. They're finding stuff every day there. And it's a significant look back into time, because the original paint is on the walls from these Roman houses. The lads mentioned brothels earlier on, pubs, bathhouses, normal houses. There was industry, there was bakers, there was all this sort of stuff. It froze in time a snapshot of what it was like to live during that time. It's quite fascinating, and it's hence I'd love to visit there just to say, Jesus, this is what it looks like, right? But Vesuvius itself, its details captured, of course, by Pliny the Younger, and you can imagine back then, the flow of communication. How do you get? Hey, there's something happening. Do you know what I mean? Like how big was the world back then versus where we are now? In terms of size, sure, it's the same. But I mean, if I wanted to speak to someone literally on the other side of the world, my phone will connect to them within seconds, and I can have a one-to-one conversation in real time. That's the world is considerably smaller now because of, advancement, technology, and all the jazz. Back then, not a hope. So they had a bit of a warning. The volcano gave a bit of a splutter and a bit of a kick, and earthquakes and all this sort of jazz. But initially, when the thing started to erupt, its first eruption, right? Hang on, I want to show you a picture. Its first eruption. Here we are here, right? Here's Vesuvius. Its first eruption shot all this ash cloud straight up, some 20 miles up. And the prevailing winds, they were an easterly wind, and they were blowing kind of to the south and to the east, meaning Pompeii got absolutely lashed out of it with, rocks falling from the sky, ash cloud, all this sort of stuff. And meanwhile, Herculaneum was, relatively okay. Those who stayed in Pompeii were probably looking at this and they just went for cover. I mean, it's doing something mad. We'll just stay indoors and let the thing pass. However, we mentioned this, what do we call it? Pyro something or other? What's the word? I want to get the word right. The pyroclastic flow. this massive, you know, shot of volcanic ash going up into the sky, well, it eventually gets heavy, too heavy, and it can't support itself, so it comes crashing down at a rate of knots, and off it goes. The first place it hit was Herculaneum, and they found bodies there that the force of this ash cloud hitting people tore limbs off, straight off, out of there. And like, they were even able to do excavations where they could see where these bodies were like just frozen in time. You know, there was substantial burn marks on, like, they could see where they tried to shield themselves from the volcano. Bones would have different kind of degrees of burn and all this sort of jazz, where they tried to shield it or shield themselves. Devastating stuff. Pompeii at this time, however, was actually all right, because the first pyroclastic, the first one pretty much took out Herculaneum. However, the next day, off it went down to Pompeii, and that was followed by all the ash, and indeed lava followed as well. So like, the whole place was just knocked out of it completely, right? Not only that, right, we'll go way further in closer to modern time. In 1631, the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, considered one of the most destructive after the 79th AD event, and bearing in mind there's been hundreds of smaller eruptions and kind of, you know, earthquakes and whatever else, but 79 AD and 1631 are by far the largest. So in 1631, the event began on the 16th of December, and it continued with multiple explosions until the end of the month. The eruption was characterized once again by these pyroclastic flows, lava flows, and it also had lahars, or volcanic mud flows. It also had widespread ashfall. Explosions produced large quantities of ash which spread over a wide area, and the pyroclastic flows moved rapidly down the slopes, destroying everything in its path. To see a pyroclastic, I'll show you here now, and how we have such good information about this. Well, we can kind of capture this looking at the likes of, say, what was it? Where were we last week, lads? Mount St. Helens. Same sort of deal, right? Now the video here, I'm not going to show you the video too much because, you know, we're flying in that, but I just want to show you what this thing actually did in terms of these pyroclastic flows. Absolutely terrifying, right? This is what we're talking about here, right? So, like, as the thing is spewing upwards, you get the idea, right?
For the next 12 hours.
So it was raining all sorts of hell down on Pompeii, and they thought, it's fairly okay, because, you know, they were undercover, stay indoors, everything's going to be okay, right? So, and that's the way the prevailing wind was. It was pushing everything off to one side, look, right? However, after the wind changed, and then the weight of the whole thing started to drop, well, this is the effect that you had. All this ash had to go somewhere, and this is where you have this pyroclastic stuff, because it absolutely starts moving at a rate of knots. And you can see here in this animation, that's as it took out Herculaneum. Like, you're talking frightening speeds, incredible temperatures, and just utter brute force. So Herculaneum got wiped out of it, and then the next morning, then Pompeii got wiped out of it as well. And well, you can see here the same sort of stuff. We saw it here from Mount St. Helens. That's Vesuvius in 1631. This is it here in 1944. This sort of stuff, this ash cloud just comes down at a rate of knots. Absolutely frightening, right? Frightening. Look at that. Now we'll get to the 40s now in a moment, right? About 4,000 people were killed in 1631. Several towns and villages around the volcano were destroyed. Lava flows reached all the way out to the sea, which alters the coastline to this day. The eruption caused widespread panic, and it led to significant changes in the region, including the construction of religious edifices as thanksgiving for the end of the eruption. The ashfall affected agricultural activities. It led to some famine and also economic hardships in the regions as well. Now, the silver lining is, after a volcanic eruption like that, some hundreds of years later, the ground becomes extremely fertile. And what happens? Well, people move back into the region because it is prime growing conditions for farmers. and then you have a build-up of towns, you know, cities, and away we go again. The last notable eruption of Mount Vesuvius happened during the Second World War. Happened on March 18th up till the 23rd in 1944.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus, right? Magma. This eruption, though less catastrophic than the earlier ones, but it still caused significant damage. The eruption began with a series of explosions that produced lava fountains. Lava flows emerged from the summit and sides of the volcano, and ash and volcanic debris was ejected into the air, affecting nearby areas. The villages of San Sebastiano, here we go, there's a word, El Vesuvio, and Massa di Somma, part of the San Gorgio areas, were completely destroyed. The city of Naples experienced damage from ashfall and lava flows itself. Allied military airfields nearby were affected, with several aircraft being destroyed by the ashfall. The disruption caused a displacement of thousands of residents, and it led to a significant disruption during the war. How mad is that, right? Absolutely mad. So when we talk about how the volcano is today, knowing that over time the thing has had multiple eruptions and, you know, ejected hot gases and ash and lava flows and all this sort of jazz, well, where is it at to this day? Our flight tonight, well, we're going down there to take a closer look at it, because inside a volcano you have the chamber, and in the chamber you have the magma, right? It's like, think of it as like, that's where all the molten heavy stuff lives, and eventually then it has to travel upwards. So from the chamber it goes into a conduit, and once it gets through the conduit, that's where it meets our level, and that's where things start getting very, very dodgy, right? So the magma chamber of Mount Vesuvius, it lies beneath the volcano and extends deep into the Earth's crust. There was a number of studies done here in the late 80s and early 90s, right? The studies suggested that the chamber is located between 5 and 6 miles, Jesus, below the surface. The chamber is estimated to cover an area of about 400 square kilometers, about 154 square miles. It's big. The composition, the magma in the chamber, well, it's rich in silica, making it highly viscous. The composition contributes to the explosive nature of Vesuvius's eruption. And the magma contains dissolved gases, including vapor, carbon dioxide, and sulfur dioxide, which increase pressure inside the chamber. It's still in there, getting hotter and hotter, and pressure is building to this day, lads, right? Now, the conduit system, think of that as like the little nozzle up the fountain, right? Hey, Kansui, good to see you. The conduit system is like a network of channels through which the magma can travel, from the chamber all the way up to the surface. The system includes the main volcanic conduit and also some secondary conduits that feed eruptions at different locations of the volcano. The movement of magma through the conduit system is driven by the pressure from the dissolved gases inside the magma chamber. As magma rises, the pressure decreases, causing the gases to expand and propel the magma forward. This process can lead to explosive eruptions when the gases escape. Now, there's a fella called Domenico Patala, and well, he did some extensive research on Vesuvius in the early 1990s. And the best way he was able to do this, he's a noted Italian geophysicist, right? The analogy to describe what's happening in Vesuvius at the moment, he compared it to that of a bottle of champagne. Just like the liquid and gases in the champagne bottle are held in place, all the force and the gases and the pressure, well, you have a cork keeping all of that in. However, when the cork goes pop, what happens? Right? And that's how he said that's where Vesuvius is at right now. What? Crazy stuff.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy. Dibby G! Thank you very much indeed for the subscribe. You're very welcome in, dude. Jesus, it's only 10 degrees inside me plane. Passengers are getting cowled. Right, let's have a look at this here now. Isn't it mad though, right? Now, our next little section will talk about the monitoring and, you know, how they figure all this out. We'll also have a look at some of the temperatures and effects of not only the ash, but of course the lava, right? And then, friends, well, what do you do if you live in a massive area? Some 25 million people, I think, are in this entire region. And directly around the volcano, I think there's some 600,000. What do we do? Knowing that the volcano is very much an active volcano. It's not dormant. It's not even sleeping. It's just there. What do we do if the thing decides to go pop like our bottle of champagne? Well, you get into mass evacuation. How do we move this body of people out of the danger zones? It's fascinating stuff when you think about it, because we're in aircraft, an absolute method of moving people to and from different regions. So how do they plan it? Is there plans for it? We'll figure all that out now in a while as we learn about it. Terribly interesting. Terribly interesting. So as we're flying here now, this is looking absolutely gorgeous. We are very close. Well, we're not. We're halfway towards our first stop at Rome. And we've a massive lake coming up here. And there was a big battle fought there back in the day, lads. If anyone can remember the big battle. Thanks, Murph. You basically just went over all my notes for my geography exam. Brilliant. Isn't it fascinating stuff, though? The plan is, get out now. That's not if, it's when. That's very true, Airlock. It's not a case of if Mount Vesuvius will erupt. Like, it's when it's going to erupt. Frightening. Volcanoes and everything relating to them, evacuations, etc., are fascinating. They really are. They really are. Jesus, the sound effects we have going here. The battle was between me and the 6-foot salmon, says Kanzui. Who won? Kind of like me after having a really spicy curry. Jesus. Either way, I can tell you don't want to be near it. Agreed, Mr. Dan. Agreed. Right, so how are we going? Speed 145 knots. I wasn't too far off tonight. Cylinder head temperature is cold. Huh. What's the air temperature? 19, 18 degrees? Yeah, we're okay. I do have my cowl flaps open. Go ahead and close these little devils now. Still not as dangerous as Yellowstone. I'm not sure, Kozaki. And again, I think they prioritize the dangerous levels based on its proximity to people and how many people. You know what I mean? Murph, you just put the willies in me. I visited the crater 20 years ago and the cap was moving then, but smelled as rotten eggs. That's sulfur. Sulfur dioxide smells like rotten eggs. Okay, let's see what this is going to do. A little bit on the cowl side. We can increase our RPM if we need to. There's a chopper in us. Jesus, we're getting a haircut from Epic Fool, look. Ah! Beautiful, beautiful weather here. And when we get down closer to Vesuvius, we'll crank up the lightning again, just to give it that little bit of je ne sais quoi. Yellowstone is very dangerous. Super volcano class, really. It's the largest volcano dome on the planet. Keen is right. Extinction if it goes. What? Really? I need to do... my ignorance is bliss here. I just have not read up on it. I'll have to look at the old documentary of it. Again, I have a documentary here on Vesuvius. I'll drop it in the chat there now in a while. Yellowstone is a bomb waiting to go off. At Yellowstone, if it blows, as it did a very, very long time ago, it'll take out a massive area, not to mention to put enough gas and smoke to block out just about everything. Jesus, really? Don't go outside. Stay inside, lads. It's much safer. I keep telling you this. Don't go out into the real world at all. You know, it's much safer and nicer indoors. Do you know? Right, we continue. And let's have a look here. So, now, when we talk about volcanoes, right? The effects of volcanoes, the monitoring and mitigation, well, what we're doing, we're kind of simulating, we're bringing out a whole load of volcanologists and geologists and geophysicists out of the region to monitor it, right? And again, there was a science team that came out here to check out the chamber and the conduit. And what they did was actually, it was at the time, I mean, this was next level stuff. To put it in layman's terms, they basically set up electronic transmitters that were able to send a signal from the Earth down, and they were able to record how long it would take to bounce. It's almost like sonar. And by doing so, multiple areas and different spikes and everything else, that's how they were able to create this kind of a 3D model of, well, this is where the chamber is. They did find something very, very disturbing when they did that bit of research, because they have identified that between the chamber and the conduit, there is magma, lots and lots of it. Between the conduit and the surface, the very, very top, where we see the top of the mountain, there's a blockage. There's an actual blockage in there. And that's where the whole idea is, there's a cork in the bottle. That blockage, we saw it with Mount St. Helens. It was a blockage. Lava went one direction. It couldn't get through the blockage. So lava went out one side and it started bulging outside of the mountain. The side of Mount St. Helens was bulging out for a period of a couple of days until all the pressure was too much and it blew out both sides. And without the side and the top, and hence half the friggin' mountain collapsed. 1,000 feet, it lost 1,000 feet in height. Gush, right? But anyway, this is us checking out the monitoring. But anyway, volcanologists or volcanologists, well, they use various tools and techniques to monitor volcanic activity. They can also predict some potential eruptions. They use seismic monitoring, gas emission studies, and ground deformation or deformation measurements. And they also use now, thanks to the likes of satellite imagery, but they can use thermal imaging. Early warning systems and well-developed evacuation plans are crucial.
Welcome to my secret underground
There. And we'll get into why they're so crucial very, very shortly, right? But anyway, the effects of a volcanic eruption. Well, temperatures. Volcanic eruptions can reach extremely high temperatures. Magma typically ranges between 700 and 1,200 degrees Celsius. That's from about 1,300 to 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. The intense heat can melt rock and metal. So you can imagine, like, right? Jesus, lads. Crazy stuff. Who be this? Thank you for the follow. Andy, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. So that's just the temperature. The effect it has on water, well, it injects large quantities of ash and sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere, which can lead to short-term changes in our climate. The ash and gases can reflect sunlight away from the Earth, causing temporary cooling. This phenomenon was observed after the 1815 eruption of Mount Tambora, which led to the year without a summer. What? Impact on air travel. We've seen this only a couple of years ago with that giant ash cloud in that place I can't pronounce in Iceland. It can damage aircraft engines, reduce visibility, disrupt flight paths, and ash particles are abrasive and they cause significant wear and tear to engines. This necessitates the rerouting or even cancellation of flights to ensure passenger safety. That was in 2010, the eruption of that Icelandic one. It grounded so many flights and caused widespread chaos. Chaos, we say. But yeah, right? I can't get over the temperature though. Like 700 degrees Celsius to 1,200 degrees Celsius. Like, what? 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, the long period of dormancy since 1944's eruption has provided time for the authorities to develop and refine evacuation plans. Continuous monitoring and advancements in the volcano and volcanic sciences have improved the ability to predict and respond to potential eruptions, although the exact timing of future eruptions remain uncertain. Franco Barberi, right? Franco Barberi, an eminent Italian volcanologist, played a significant role in advising and aiding the Colombian government during the Nevado del Ruiz volcano crisis back in 1985, right? We just got a sub. Thank you very much. A button was hit and I didn't see it. Hang on a second. Waiting to hear this loud, right? Radio Man John, thank you very much indeed for subscribing over on YouTube. Welcome in. So this fella, Franco Barberi. Now he's part of he was part and set up the Naples evacuation plan. He travelled over to Colombia, and from there they put in together a massive evacuation plan. This is how you get all the people out. You know, this is what you need to do. And he came back to Italy, and all was well in the realm. About 2 months later, he received a letter from the Colombian officials thanking him for visiting and for all the information. They hadn't yet put his plan into place, but they'll get around to it. The harrowing story of this, that letter arrived exactly 6 days after the volcano erupted. Some 23,000 people lost their lives in Colombia in 1985 due to that eruption. So if you were Franco Barberi, you'd be like, for God's sake, why didn't they put into, place what I told them to do? Isn't that mad? 23,000 people potentially needlessly lost their lives because an evacuation drill wasn't put in place. They knew it. They were given one. This is what you do. Here's our lads. Compliments of the Italians. And they never did it. 23,000. On November 13th, 1985, the Nevado del Ruiz volcano in Colombia erupted, leading to a catastrophic tragedy. The eruption triggered massive volcanic mud flows that buried the town of Amero. Prior to the eruption, scientists, including Franco, had been warned about the hazards and issued the local authorities with a full disaster relief and evacuation plan. Eek! Barberi's expertise. Barberi's expertise. He then, of course, came back and he put into play the Mount Vesuvius evacuation plan. Now, the evacuation plan for Mount Vesuvius, they've identified a whole load of zones, right? High risk, red zones, and there's 25 municipalities of where they need to target to get people out. As soon as they get enough word, the thing's going to go bang, right? There's some 800,000 people. So before I read into it, well, let's ask you guys, right? Talk me through the steps. How does one organize an evacuation? Let's start off. Let's build up our own ideas here, right? I mean, what's the first thing that we can do? What can we do now that just couldn't be done back then, right? So you want to plan for an evacuation. Well, what do we do? Ask FEMA. Yeah, they'll work. Wayne says they'll probably just stay put inside. Ask ChatGPT. Jesus. Well, they rely on, the internet, yeah? Air raid sirens, air raid sirens, yeah. So, schools, they're all going to have information. They're going to be trained up on how to do evacuation drills. Moving large bodies of people from A to B, right? That requires military thinking. That's why they march, right? You can't really do that much. We have studies on what we do for hurricanes where you have time. Volcano, you usually don't have time. Well, it's hard to call, right? Because they reckon you could have a couple of days, you could have a couple of weeks, you could have a couple of months before the thing is going to do a thing. It's highly unlikely that you would have no activity and then boom, it's after erupting. Do you know what I mean?
You won't.
Doctor, Mr. Tuton.
You will have activity.
Yes.
But you won't know the precise moment eruption occur.
Yeah.
Can be instant. Yes, you have a build up, but whether authorities take it seriously and put evacuation plan by the time I don't know why I bother.
I can't explain that.
Why do I bother?
I don't know why that's there. I don't do that. Who did that? Old veteran 965. As my wife was rudely interrupted.
Your girlfriends.
She was saying that there's a little bit of activity, yes, but authorities may not heed the advice. But we also happened to Pierce Brosnan in
Yeah.
the thing.
So, like when an eruption occurs.
Oh, Jesus.
An area. How many people is in the area around?
800,000 people.
Yeah. So like by the time an eruption occurs, you may not have so yes, you'll have pre-warning,
Hmm.
and all the experts in the world be looking at saying it could erupt this day or that. You actually won't have a warning,
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
and it will erupt.
It will erupt, yeah. It's not a question of when. Sorry, it's not a question of if, it's when. Obscene activity. Thank you. Jesus. Later that night,
Just
Murphy.
saying, you going to Vegas? She doesn't live in Vegas. Realize that? Yeah,
Yes, dear, I'm aware of it.
and you're no,
Yes, dear.
no, you lost your wedding ring this morning.
I found it again.
Oh,
But you
yeah.
found it again. Yeah, you found it again. Jeez.
Lost your wedding. Conveniently lost.
I'll be with old veteran in Vegas.
Jesus.
Will ya?
Yeah, and I don't know yet, but there's going to be revenge served many times. How, I don't know, but I'll work on it. Murph's sleeping in the spare room tonight.
Murph's in the dog head.
I'm in the dog kennel. And we don't have a dog. Go figure. Brilliant. Anyway, thanks for that, Scott. Brilliant. Anyway, so the conversation there was, it's going to happen. The thing is going to go bang. So, you know, from an evacuation point of view, yes, you would give as much training as you can. You'd put plans into place. We're flying an aircraft. I mean, that's a great way of moving people to and from, right? It's absolutely mad when you think about it, because this is something that is so it's so real, it's so current even to today. The thing could go bang. 800,000 people live there. Aircraft, if there is the landing facilities and no ash in the air. Agreed. Like, you don't need to move them terribly far from Vesuvius, right? Prevailing winds and all that, but they have identified these red zones. You know? Jesus. How's me plane doing? Right. We're about to fly into Rome. This is nice. Yeah, a couple of A380s should do the trick, wouldn't they? Now, what was I reading? I was over here, look. Yes. So an evacuation strategy, an alert system. The evacuation plan for Mount Vesuvius, well, is based on a 4-level alert system. Green, normal activity. Yellow, increased monitoring. Orange, pre-alarm. And then red, immediate eruption. The transition between these levels depends on continuous monitoring of seismic activities, ground deformation, and of course gas emissions. So they have a 4-step alert system: green, yellow, orange, and red. Right? The evacuation process: in the event of a red alert, the plan aims to evacuate the entire danger zone within just 72 hours. This includes 12 hours for organisation, 48 hours for the evacuation itself, and an additional 12-hour buffer. These are the actual plans that they have. And these are the actual plans that Franco Barbary put into Naples, right? Transport logistics. Well, in the event of a red alert, the evacuation will involve 500 buses, 220 trains, and pre-arranged aircraft. 500 buses and 220 trains. The reception facilities, evacuated residents will be relocated to 19 Italian regions, including or excluding Campania. Each municipality in the red zone has a designated region assigned for the evacuation. Public communication, well, the authorities use various communication channels to keep the public informed and guide them through the evacuation process. So that's their plan. Well, the challenges come down to the preparedness. Despite the well-structured plan, concerns remain to this day about the readiness of local authorities to implement these measures effectively. That's exactly what Mrs. Touton said. Continuous training and resource allocation, well, it's essential, but it doesn't always happen. Isn't it mad? Like, they have the whole thing tied up. Yes, it's going to be a mess. We're going to be in trouble. This is what we're going to do. That's grand. Now, put that in the drawer. What's that? That's the evacuation plans. Don't look at it until we need it. Mad, right? Mad. Underground tunnels, right? Watch it go off while I'm on my honeymoon. Telling you. It's mad though, isn't it? So where we're heading out to, like, Vesuvius is an active volcano. It last erupted in 1944. Now, there's mixed kind of comments on this. Was that the end of a volcanic cycle, or was it the start of a new volcanic cycle? But we don't really know. No one really knows. A lot of people say that was the end of it. A lot of people say no, that's the beginning of a new cycle. But who knows, lads? Will we see it erupt in our lifetime? Maybe. Maybe not. We just don't know. Man alive, look at this. Isn't this stunning? This is stunning. So our airport is just ahead of us. And if I'm looking at it correctly, this is a straight-in landing. Yes, it is. Hey, Dan, 1878 is in the chat. Good to see you, my dude. Okay, so we're going to flick off the autopilot and we're going to plan ourselves for a little landing here into Urbe. It's the first stop of the night. That looks like it straight ahead. I hope. Autopilot off. Start bringing some power back. And we can dip the nose gently and start getting ourselves lined up. Wait now. I bet you I'm directly over the airport. There's our airport. Okay. That's grand. Bring our RPM up a little bit. That'll help slow us down. 5,400 feet. Speed 150. Italia, the great Hidoken, good to see you. The eruption in the 1940s would have been deadly for my school history project, yeah? I wonder, is Vesuvius instrumented? I believe Yellowstone is very heavily instrumented, so they know the movement that happens. I'd say so. Mark B, good to see you. Interesting and bizarrely terrifying question. What's a C-17 hold, for example? Oh, good question. 150 maybe? More if they're all standing? Okay, first notch of flaps. Drop the gear. As we overfly the airport, we'll swoop in and go for a landing on 3-4. Take your time here. Our first stop of the night, lads. How we go? Oh, Jesus. We're 9:30. We're not too bad. 134 standard issue. Really? Instrumenting Yellowstone would give good science, but would be pretty useless for protecting folks in the neighbouring states. Yeah. Hey, we got some photogrammetry here. Welcome to Rome, lads. The Eternal City. Absolutely stunning, this. This is beautiful. There's the River Tiber. We should be down by the Circus Maximus, and the Colosseum should be just out our left-hand side. There it should be. The Altar of the Fatherland. There's the Tremini Station. There's the Colosseum just over here. There's the Circus Maximus. There's the Forum. There's the Pantheon. So we're going to start a left turn here. Watch the speed as we spin around. Andy, very well, thanks, dude. Very well. When in Rome. Exactly. So we're flying over ancient Rome here at the minute. Look at that. Look at the state of it. There's the Colosseum. Vespasian's markets and something. The Caracalla Baths are over there on the right hand side somewhere. Just there over the wing. Nero's Palace is just beneath the wing there. Gotta get back to Rome. I absolutely friggin' love Rome. Right, bit of power here, Merv. And we're gonna head in for a landing. My GPU is running at around 60. My hotel on my holiday a few weeks ago was next to the Pantheon. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay, head on in. So gear is down, first notch of flaps, speed looking good. And we'll just circle in. Tom Jordan just flew back from Naples this afternoon. Jesus. Welcome in, Tom. Was it nice? Was it absolutely stunning? Okay, first up of the night coming in. Flaps fully down. Gear is down, 3 green, speed is looking good, and we'll ramble in for our first stop. Alright, easy does it. This is pretty. Speed is good. What a view, isn't it stunning? Absolutely gorgeous. Speed is good. About 100 knots. Well, about 90 knots. Keep ourselves as straight as we can. Easy. Easy. Watch the flare. Hold the nose. Bleed off the speed. And touchdown. Right. Manual braking. Welcome to Urbe. Flaps in. With these cowl flaps open again. Will we spin around to the left here? I think we can. Oh, that's a fuel dump. Okay, so we can go out in November. Go behind everyone. C-17 can pretty much land anywhere. Can it? It was built for like short takeoff and landing, I suppose, isn't it? Now, if the wind is so calm, lads, we might just take off the opposite direction. How's that? It really shouldn't matter. There's Toto. Oof, we've got a lot of people here. This is awesome. A bunch of C-47s. Yeah, Chinooks. Yeah. Alright. I reckon we can blast off from the same runway here. Okay. Set flaps for takeoff. Mixture rich. Prop full. And we continue on, lads. We won't hang around. So our next stop is going to be bit of a flake. This one. We're going to head out over a volcano. We need to be on a heading of 116 degrees, and then it's down into Naples, and then we're almost done. So we won't delay on this one. Are we ready?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. C-17 crew flew a record-breaking 823 people to safety during a non-combatant evacuation of Afghanistan. Jesus. That's nuts. Okay, let's do the thing with the yoke. Sync your heading. Check your fuel as well, lads, if you need it. Okay, power coming in. Let's go flying. Take a power set. Speed alive. There's 40. 60. There's 80. We're getting light now. Yep, see daisy. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. Alright. Flaps in. I'll peel over to the left a bit. Get a bit of trim put into it. Bring our power back a small bit. So we're talking 116 degrees, right? $116. Autopilot, let's go heading mode. Autopilot on. Climb us back up to 6,000 feet. We're looking good. Climbing here 500 feet per minute. We'll get a good view of Rome beneath us. This is very pretty. Look at that. Look at everyone here with us. This is insane. We'll do another count. Right, lads, if you're still with us, Xbox pilots press 1. If you're on the PC, press 2. And if we're here now just checking out the views, because look at the state of it, you press number 3. Oh, this plane is so good though, isn't it? It's so good. Right, how are we looking here now? Speed's looking okay-ish. We're climbing on our way up. We can increase that climb a little bit now. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Attitude, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Bit of power in as we continue our climb. And we'll prop sync it. Prop sync on. And lights are good. Alright, temperature back inside is a little bit warm. We'll go ahead and cool her down again. There's a little cooling flap opening. Alright. Speed back down to about 140. We've got 48 minutes total flight time. We're going to speed it up a little bit because we want to circle around Vesuvius here if we can, right? Well, Jutani, you take care of me, dude. Super Ty says 30 on the PC, 1 on console, and a womanic muff. Yes, throw him to the floor. It's a make-up name, sir. It's like City of Sausage or... Well, we know the other one. You find something reasonable when I mention my friend's name? Bickus? What a movie. What a movie. Mosh Pits Plays says, I don't think there's a lot of humanity that could do it overnight. This volcano decided to have a party. You're probably getting somewhere between 50 and 100,000 people out, and that's probably only possible with weeks of preparation and several days for the operation. Probably. Yes, probably. Kind of scary though when you think about it, right? I mean, like, it's mad how many people live in this area. That's absolutely nuts. Now, I am looking at the owl time of day. We might have to, you know, God mode this and make it brighter in a while. But at the moment, lads, this is stunning. Italy is such Such a beautiful country in the sim to go flying in, isn't it? It's gorgeous. Dickus Bickus. Brilliant. Yeah, we have... oh, fix your head in here now, Murph. So we're saying 116, wasn't it? Oh, hang on now. 116. So actually, we want to be left a bit. There we go. Alright. How's the speed doing? 140? Let's give it a little bit of power. And the prop back a bit. There we go. Altitude alert, 1,000 to go. See the movie Sinking of Japan. It's all the Japan population to evacuate. What? Really? That's nuts. Hey, Biggles, good to see you. Yeah, we got a busy week this week of content, lads. Tomorrow we're going to be flying in the Skyvan in Iberia. We'll be taking off out of Porto in Portugal, and we're going to head to Madrid. Wednesday night we're bringing the news. Thursday night VATSIM. I'm hoping to stream it. I hope at some stage. There is an event on I think the lads are doing. We'll have a now look. And then on Friday night we're taking the Comanche out for a spin. Haven't flown the Comanche in a while. We're going to do some flights in and around Ireland. You can see the crack where we put it in. Where are we flying actually? Where did they say we're flying on Friday? So Donegal, Sligo, Burr, Shannon and Kerry. It's a flight and a half on Friday night. So tomorrow night exploring Iberia in the Skyvan, and Friday night is Comanches. Then lads, on Saturday night 1900 Zulu, we're going to be flying our D-Day commemoration flight. Ooh, looking forward to that. Dragon Eye, good to see you. This is the Beechcraft Duke, developed by Black Square, and it is one of the absolute best aircraft in the sim, hands down. That's a hurricane I'm listening to. That's the sound of a Merlin. What are we doing for the pre-expo stream? I'm not sure, Scott. I was kind of half thinking, will we fly to Vegas from Shannon? Half thinking. I have to check my schedule and see what sort of time I have. Do you reckon we'll beat the 100 odd last year? I've no idea. Airlock says, Murph, D-Day flight. My sound fix is still working for the DC-3s. Sweet. Thanks, Airlock. I'll put out an announcement. And that is on our website, lads, twotonmurphy.com. And you can grab it from there. Right, so our speed a little bit faster on this leg. And don't worry if I kind of blitz ahead of you, lads. You will catch up because I'll be circling. This is beautiful. Look at the cut of that. What's the temperature like? 16 degrees inside the aircraft cabin at the moment. That's grand. We'll close that. And if you notice now, this will actually have an effect on our drag. Look at our speed. Even with that teeny tiny flap open, our speed will pick up an extra 1 or 2 knots, I'd say. Awesome. Yeah, it's on the website, yeah. So Airlock Doc has made a file. You download it, pop it into your community folder, and it turns off a lot of the third-party multiplayer aircraft sounds. Failing that, you can go in and individually remove them, right? But yeah, if you suffer with issues for the DC-3, you want to remove the file that says sound AI. Just get that out of your DC-3 folder and you'll be good. You won't hear any. Just your own. You'll only hear your own engine. So I think Dougal was struggling with that as well. So Dougal, I'll show you where it is. This PC. So wherever you have your Microsoft Flight Simulator, right? It'll be your one store because it is the DC-3, yeah? DC-3. Either the enhanced or the default. If you go into here, you go to Sim Objects, Airplanes, Sound, or Sound AI. Lift out the Sound AI folder. Don't delete it. Just get it out of there. Pop it onto your desktop. And then afterwards you can throw it back in there. So it's in the Microsoft One Store, Microsoft Aircraft DC3, Sim Objects Airplanes, Douglas DC3, and that Sound AI folder. Lift it out. I'll do it now. And now, is there one in the enhanced version? Let's have a look. Sim Objects, Airplanes. No, there's only one. And that should, you'd be right as rain. Or just load the sound fix, or the sound fix, and get rid of it later. Yeah. Any more than about 10 DC3s, that's when it goes wonky. Yeah, 100%. So airlock docs file, you just drop that into your community folder. Don't need to worry about anything else. It's unfortunate that we have to make these fixes. Well, I say we. Airlock was very kind to make the fix. Do you know what I mean? Look at the state of this. Isn't this gorgeous? Look how lush it is here, look. So we're moving at a rate of knots. This is great. So yeah, Saturday's right. It's well, we did it before, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's cool, and we have some custom scenery with thanks to Jeppesen. Ah, holy water. Oop, devil ya. I got the idea somewhere else. I just added routine offenders to the list. Wasn't it for the Caronado stuff? I think it was the Caronado stuff. There's Englewood and the F-35. Looking good, man. There we go. They got an L-39 McGrazer down there. Nighthawk in a Chancellor. Greyhaim in a Duke. Oh, look how good the thing looks. Isn't that stunning? Isn't that stunning? Who was that? It was Dougal! That was a wild Dougal. Brilliant. Got a TBM. Looks gorgeous. Corsair is in the Sky Van. Why can't we hear the tornado in multiplayer yet? No idea. There's Epic in his Chinook. Look at that. That's awesome looking. Get to the chopper now. We need to go flying. We're here in Italy. The Italians, they need evacuation. Come with me if you want to live. There's James in a Spit. Beautiful. Jeez, the scenery tonight, isn't it gorgeous? This Duke, absolutely insane. It's excellent. He has a wife, you know. Hopefully the D-Day flight will be great. Mr. Dan, yeah. I'm looking forward to it, dude. I don't get why you hear the Duke outside. I still only have the F-35. I can hear the F-35, but I can hear the Duke. It's actually, I'm hearing a hurricane. On a Chinook. Deadly. Absolutely deadly. Alright, fuel, how are we looking? Bolts are good. Fuel is good. Both tanks. Got a
Here we are in Italy, and Gibbo is absent. Are we surprised that he doesn't want to hear more about Roman history? Who would have thought?
Brilliant. Though running the risk of killing your own engine sound for whatever reason. What's my time? I'll probably have to bring it back a bit. Current time in my sim, 1953. I'll probably bring it back an hour though. At the moment it's looking good though, right? So I will say that DLS swapper I'm using, the DLS thingy I'm using is 3.7.1 and it's giving me an extra 20 FPS, which is freaking nuts, right? Now in a multiplayer environment we're probably still around the 40s, 60s. Hey, we're getting 60 FPS with all these multiplayers, this is good. I saw a video the other day, someone put a Merlin on a boat. What? Really?
Hello there.
Hey Locust, thank you very much indeed for the follow. Welcome in, my dude. They put a Merlin engine on a boat. Where is this boat? Am I using a weather preset? Yes. So the weather preset I'm using is called Thundery But Calm and it's from Weather Preset Pro. And if the lightning turned off, but we'll turn on the lightning when we get down into Naples. Lake Como, of course. Nice. Oh, this plane is so good, isn't it? Epic Fool, what livery are you using? Is she Italian? There's Dougal. Dougal, what's your favourite Duke? The piston or the turbine? Grand Caravan over there. There's Biggles in a King Air. Jesus, lads, this is stunning, isn't it? This is absolutely freaking gorgeous. Stunning. Piston, hands down. I love the piston. Favorite Duke is a true grit. Yeah. Epic Phil says A-firm. Nice. Yeah, the Chinook is brilliant, isn't it? DCS Ducks, good to see you, man. Do we have time for a plate of spaghetti? Napoli or two? Wouldn't mind some spaghetti. This is just gorgeous. I'm so loving this flight already. Like, it's just... Like, look at that scenery. Look at the cut of it. And don't get me wrong, I'm really enjoying the tube liners, flying them and messing around in them, but like, Jesus lads, you cannot beat general aviation. You just can't beat it. $185 knots in your Chinook? What? Really? Okay, we're doing well. Look at all the mountain formations here, like, isn't it mad looking? Some beautiful scenery. We have a bit of clouds starting to form. I don't think we can see Vesuvius from here, although that could be over there. Or over there. Hey, 98 Vulcan is here. Good to see you, man. I spent most of my flights in VR sitting on the open back ramp looking at the scenery. Oh, nice. That sounds awesome. I fly the 747 about 6,000 feet VFR. Managed to get the autopilot on so I can get the best of both worlds. I get to see some beautiful scenery close up, but also move at a decent speed. Oh, yeah. Marv, how did your stutters testing go? Testing live at the minute, Dougal, but so far not a single hiccup. Touch wood, right? At the moment it's behaving. Not a single stutter. Elf is enjoying the 337 Skymaster, except when I go to external view and I get deafened by the engine sounds. Yeah. Yeah, there's no easy way to fix that. I tried to see could you edit a file, but no. A judge in Indiana has ruled that tacos are sandwiches. Local bylaws stated that to be considered a restaurant. You have to serve at minimum sandwiches. A bar owner took it to court. He is now a bar and restaurant. Wait, he is now a bar and a restaurant. Really? That's nuts. But yeah, Dougal, at the moment, stutters, no sign of them yet. Let's hope it stays that way. Fuel is okay. Temperatures and pressures are all good. Cabin temperature 17 degrees. Very comfortable. We're coming up to a waypoint here. Visual waypoint. This is going to be a right turn, and it's going to be landing down at LIRN, Naples. This is absolutely stunning. Taco Bell Canada posted about that. Really? Wait till we get 30 Hueys all taken off at once. Oh, airlock. Oh, yes. Tags Hangar's making a Huey. As is Blackbird Simulations. The guys from Milviz. So soon we will have a choice of Hueys. Huey! I am really looking forward to that. Now, let's have a look. So, Naples, we're going to go for landing on runway 24, lads. Runway 24. Now, where's my magenta line? Okay. So, very soon we're going to do a direct to Naples. Flight plan? So we'll activate this now in a moment. That's a right turn. That's Vesuvius down there, I'd say. We've also been making the SR-71 for years, yeah. The Grey Head Oaken says, I've been getting mad stutters when I get near the ground since the last update. Real shame too, because it was brilliant before that. Yeah, I don't know what the crack is. T-minus of Texas, good to see you. Love the history stuff, anything on Naples. Oh, Naples is like... Oh, jeez. Like the whole region where you have Herculaneum and Pompeii. Herculaneum, that was the ancient city. It was where Roman soldiers, usually generals, would retire. A number of the equestrian... Jesus. Oh, Jesus. A number of the equestrian, you know, aristocratic folks. The aristocracy, you see? And Pompeii was a huge, massive city. Friggin' massive. Okay, we're going to activate this leg. Activate leg. Let's go nav mode. Nav mode engaged. She probably wants a little bit of persuasion. Right turn. Get us onto that magenta line. Look at this. So this big massive thing here, that's a dormant volcano. Ancient stuff. Look at the whole ridge line. Beautiful. Okay, so we will intercept this magenta line. Well, in actual fact, if I just go direct LIRN. There we go. Worth reading Hemmingbird's message. Wait, what? I would fly along, but I'm a little shattered after a weekend in the sun. Very good. Great to see you, Hemmingbird. How are you? He just doesn't want to say hello. I didn't see the thing. Pompeii got Pompeii'd. It did. Thanks, Felix. Amazing view. Can't imagine it once was a battlefield. In the 40s as well. Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? It's crazy. You know, flying. There's flying teapot again. Ah, look at the cut of this, though. Jesus, look at this. Here's Briggsy. Muse says hello from the airport, by the way. Hello to Muse from the airport, by the way. Great to see you. Can't remember the rest of the song. Hello. Hope you had a great weekend, though, Hemmingbird. Some of the photos were amazing looking. Dragon Eye says, can't find the Beach Duke anywhere in Microsoft Flight Sim. You'll get it on Just Flight's website. Super Typhon says, unfortunately, when Muse and I parked up at the air show, I got a ticket on my car. I don't get it. There was a sign saying it was fine for parking. Brilliant. Hello from Muse, currently waiting on to board his plane. Brilliant. Yeah, got some great photos. Still sorting mine. Awesome. Okay, speed is good, altitude is good, and we're heading down now to Naples. I think this is RD Preset's rendition of Naples. Oh, this is just stunning, isn't it? This is absolutely friggin' gorgeous. He's got a proper Irish tan. He looks like a tub of who? The power of copy paste. Yeah. Because Aki says it's 300 knots too fast. Kinda, but you'd be grand. Oh, it's ice cream, is it? A tub of how do you even pronounce it? Neapolitan? Neapolitan? The vanilla, chocolate and strawberry ice cream. Could you not just said he looked like ice cream? Whoosh! Fancy words in me. You know, now in saying that, I do have a connection of some very fancy words I can't even pronounce or understand. El says I live about 30 miles away from where's that? How do you pronounce that? Paynton? Wasn't up there for long. A colleague went and said that the Red Hours display was the best he'd ever seen. Ooh. To be fair, saving £2 to have used the Sim Market app, I'm not sure it's worth it. Uh-oh. Scotty Wolf says, I was two-tone after one day in Alicante. Half of me arm, neck, ears and hands. That's the way to do it. I might have fixed the stutters. I forgot to reset DLSS back to the latest. The Sim keeps resetting all my settings. Oh, no way. Neapolitan, is it? I'm sure I've heard the word before. The Red Arrows were incredible. Ooh, nice. In clear skies as well. Deadly. Okay, we can drop a bit of altitude here, lads. So, altitude. Bring us down to 3,000 feet. Attitude mode. Drop the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's have a look. That's a little bit lively now. 1,500 feet. What's the airspeed? Power coming back. About 20 on their manifold. I'll do it. And we are descending. Preparing for landing. Lights on. Prop sync off. Mixture rich. And we'll probably have to adjust the time of day here slightly, right? Welcome to Napoli. This is proper gorgeous, isn't it? Proper gorgeous. PC restarted, house electric problem. Oh no! At the Midlands Air Show, I saw some great stuff. DC-6, B-25 Mitchell, Rolls-Royce Spitfire. Nice. Got to watch half the crew this last air show. No way. Yeah, the Red Hours are brilliant. I remember, I've seen them a couple of times. Those and the Patrol de France, also excellent. Excellent aerobatic display teams. And the Tricori as well, the Fressi Tricori. Alright, there's our airport. Heading mode. Give us a heading there of about 110. And heading activated. Left turn. We're going to line ourselves up here for a landing. We're going to rumble in on runway 24. There's Vesuvius in the background. What an incredible background it is. Jesus. Okay, ease away in here, Murph. Altitude alert. I'm getting micro stutters, but nothing too worrying yet. but not really noticeable. No, we're okay. So 3,000 feet, that speed is starting to bleed. Have a look at the video Epic Phil put up. Photos. Ah, deadly. It's from Epic Phil, lads, look.
Hello there.
That's what Epic Phil is looking at. Isn't that class in VR? That's nuts. Sim Crazy, you're very welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. Jesus, he's at the back door, look. In VR as well. Jesus, Epic, that's class looking. But also at the same time, Jesus. Do you know what I mean? That is deadly. Isn't that mad, isn't it? In VR as well, like. Are you going to jump out? Go on, jump out for the crack. Go on and jump out for the crack. Go on, you devil. Isn't that mad, isn't it? That's awesome, dude. Beautiful. Don't forget, lads, if you do like this sort of content, you might do us a solid. Do be sure to hit the like and subscribe button on YouTube. It does help the stream, because YouTube goes, oh, I see what you did there. Yes, yes, I will recommend this to other people. And then they look at it and going, huh? You know what I mean? So thank you very much indeed for that. Look at the state of this. The sun is setting here over Naples. Would you look at the cut of that for the view? The state of it. This is absolutely gorgeous. Do you have a discount code for that plane on Just Flight? Dragon Eye, afraid not. Afraid not. But I will say it's one of the best aircraft in the sim. Okay, autopilot. Be gone. And a bit of Toby eye on here, actually, Murph. There we go. So there's the airport. Power coming back. Drop the gear, help with a bit of drag. Lots of flaps here as well. Increase the RPM, that'll help. There we go. And we'll start making our way in. Dropping here at about 1,000 feet per minute. Keep an eye on the speed. Don't let it go above 120. And start our turn in. That mountain though, Jesus. Isn't this stunning? You watched the snapper before you left for the airport. Ah, the snapper, brilliant. You should get a commission from Just Flight. I'm a huge fan of Just Flight and Black Square. They both put out phenomenal aircraft. They really, really do. This is next level from what I've seen from Black Square though. Like, this is just Jesus. I mean, their steam gauge overhauls are incredible. Then the TBM came out, and now this. Man alive, they're incredible. Okay, gentle little turn in. Speed is good, altitude is good. Take your time as you turn in. We're gonna have a bit of sun in the eyes for landing. Jeez, look at that big, like, at the moment it's silent. It's just sitting there. That's Vesuvius right ahead, lads. Jesus. It's very ominous looking there, isn't it? Ominous? Ominous. Captain Canada's in the house. Good to see him, my dude. 2 weeks. I can't wait. I will see you at the bar. I've been working on me cannonball jumps as well. Right. Do you know? Jesus, there's a big pale white fella getting into the swimming pool. That'd be me. But I reckon if I do it first, I'll break the ice for a lot of people. Great to see you, Captain Canada. A gentleman who needs no introduction, lads. If you haven't already subscribed over to Captain Canada's YouTube channel, the maker of the name No Floaties, Rotate, and I'm sure there's more, but like, you know what I mean?
Big 10-4, good buddy.
Adam B. Twitch, gifted a tier 1 sub. Ah, you're very good, Adam. Thank you very much indeed. Jesus. Yeah, this year, like, last year we were staying away from the event, so like, I'm looking forward to this year. I'm staying in the Rio, so yeah, dude, we gotta catch for a beer, like, defo. Right. The pappy are not happy, but we're grand. Ease it in there, say nothing, Murph. One notch of flaps. Oh, flaps full. Man alive, look at the state of this view. Oh, there's the flaps doing the thing. Right, watch your speed. Ease your way into it now. There's Vesuvius just over there, look. Keen Effort has walked the doggo. Mind yourself, Keen. 100% should be around. Nice. This is stunning. Look at the state of this. Right, speed is good. Gears down, tree green, flaps it down. Easy does it now, Jemima. 100 knots. Way starters. Over the threshold. Power idle. Watch the flare. Hold the nose. Easy, 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 easy. Touchdown. All right. Welcome to Naples. Flaps in. Small bit of manual braking. Get ourselves turned around here. Check your fuel as well, lads. We'll nearly get away with this time of day, will we? Oh, we'll actually make this exit. Sweet. All right. Like, look at that view out there. I mean, look. That's where we're headed. Crazy. Crazy. How's everyone getting on coming into land, look? There's loads. Beautiful. Now, can I taxi out the side here? I can. Yes, we can. So we'll taxi up here to the left. Now, flaps are in. Temperature is getting a little bit hot. Open this guy again. It'll open our little flap here in the wing. Beautiful. How are we for fuel? Oh, we got half a tank. We're grand. Will I be playing romantic music when you get there? Yes, yes. Headed for death and destruction, indeed. I haven't been to Naples, but I've been to Pompeii and Sorrento, says Eamon. Ooh. Oh, dude, like, this is on my bucket list. I've been to Rome many times, but never came down this neck of the woods. You know? Hey, Rob is in. Nice landing. TBM. Angel 1.5 is there in the Mark 1. Beautiful. Okay. Right, lads. As I said, keep an eye on your fuel. The next trip isn't far. We're going to circle around Vesuvius for a bit. And then we got a 32 nautical mile hike out to our final airport, which is Lima, India, Romeo, India. Live on the Southeast Asian server. So, this should be fun. And remember, no acting the maggot at the volcano. That's why we can't have nice things. Then again, if you can land it on the volcano, we will all give you our admiration. We will all enjoy it. We will say things like, good job, and, you know, stuff. Alrighty. We'll hold short here for the minute. Definitely landing on the volcano. Fab Kaza is on the way in. Looking good. Cy Murray is on the way in. Okay. Takeoff flaps. Set. Go on, Cy, you divil ya. We in a Seminole? Nice. Okay. Hawaii's Kilauea volcano erupts in Remote Park National Park.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus. Scott would plant himself on the volcano just like Fuji. Probably. Etna is a pretty impressive volcano, it is. Yeah, so like, there's a number of volcanoes I didn't include in this series. And lads, it's only because, you know, the scenery wasn't great for them. And I'm not too worried too much about textures, but the mesh didn't seem terribly accurate on some of them. You know what I mean? The Great Hadoken says, my mother was proposed to atop of Mount Vesuvius. They were divorced 8 years later. Jesus. Yeah. Right. There goes Echo Charlie. Right, lads, I line up on you. Depart. We have an A320 here with us. Looking good, looking good. We've a barrel load of people behind. Look at this. It's all so organised and, you know, nice. For a change. Right. Right, let's be having you. On the lay. Arriba. Come to yard. Can you devil you? Right, what do I need to do here now? Prop sync off. Yes, that's all okay. That's all okay. We're starting to cook a little bit here. 25 degrees inside. 3,000 feet. I reckon we're not going to need much more than that. Oh no, we are. Jesus, what did we say it was? It was 4,200 feet. There we go. Right, let's see what happens. Tenno, welcome in. Thank you very much.
10-4, good buddy.
3 months, man. Thank you very much indeed. Taskin, welcome in. Thank you very much. Welcome in, everybody, on YouTube and here on Twitch. We're about to start the final leg of this flight. We're going to be flying now around Mount Vesuvius, an active volcano, last erupted in 1944. Prior to that, it had a terrible eruption in 1631, and it's most famous as Wombat absolutely blasts off that runway. It's most famous all the way back in 79 AD. Incredible stuff. Okay, let's be having you, lads. It's getting darker. Don't mind me at all. I'm just... We're grand. We'll go together. Brilliant. Easy. See? Thank you, Master Zaps. We'll keep a tie here on the left. Okay, before we get going now... There's a stutter. There's many stutters. Oh, Jesus, the stutter is real. Right, heading bug is where we needed to be. There's everyone taking off. Look at the stutters. This is absolutely hilarious. Okay, so my FPS is on the ground, but fear not. Oh, Jesus. Never seen it that bad before. Holy crap. It's losing its mind. The Langoliers are coming out to get us. Leave quick. Remember the Langoliers? Let's get out of this place. It's not safe at all. Speed alive. There's 80. Yep, see you, Daisy. Come on, screen. Gear up. Come on, Frame Gen, you can do it. It's not going to do it, is it? Pause the devil, unpause the devil.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
There, we fixed it. The Ripper 1975 has subscribed for 10 months, dude. Thank you very, very much indeed, man. What's the film where those yokes ate the world in the past? That was the Langoliers. Stephen King. Right, flaps in. Autopilot on. Attitude. I want us to climb to about 4.5. Jesus, what's going on with my screen? Very strange. Never had an issue like this before. This is new. I wonder if it's a frame gen. How weird is that? Will we try a pause? Try a pause. Right, calm down, simulator. No? Try multiplayer? So there's a new multiplayer bug if ever I saw one. What's my FPS? 81. Okay, so that was a multiplayer issue. Okay. We'll turn it back on again and see what happens. Mark had the same thing earlier. Interesting. Well, we'll give it a few moments. Now, we do want to get over there. And I might just adjust the time of day a little bit, lads. We'll go back. Roughly there. Our weather. Lightning up to about, I don't know, 16. Okay, we're fixed. Heading left turn. 4,500 is what I want. And it's time to go in and take a closer look at Vesuvius. Whatever it was, it seems to be fixed now. Oh, we got lightning here too. Look at this. That is very, very nice. Hit V. Well, this will show us how many aircraft we have, look. Oh, Jesus. For there are many people flying with us. Okay, so the plan here is circle around Vesuvius. We don't need all this speed. Easy. Let's go 25 in a manifold, 25 in a prop. I get that speed down a little bit. Okay, there's Vesuvius. Let's get the lighting just right. Hang on now. Oh, nearly had it. Nearly had it, lads. Here we go. Here we go. Something like that. Yes, sort it. I know, we'll get there. We'll get there. Murphy acting the Aegis with the cloudage. Right, something like that. Right, left turn. Let's have an Ilgok. This is beautiful. 17 degrees. That flap is open. Close the flap. For an active volcano that could literally go bang at any moment in time. Isn't it frightening? Absolutely frightening, lads. Right, this requires a bit of Bijani then, doesn't it? There we go. Here we go. And here we go. Isn't that something? The absolute state of that, right?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus! It's absolutely stunning. And do you know what makes the whole thing better? The whole lot of fireflies flying around it. Look at the state of it. Absolutely stunning. Now, there's nothing to be worried about here at all. We're just going to see can we land on the volcano. And this is a terrible bad idea. It's grand, it's grand. I rang ahead, I spoke to the mountain and it said, give it your best shot. There's a stall. This is terrible news. Right, easy now, Jemima. Oh, Jesus. Oof, nearly, yes. No, Jesus, we hit a something. We did it! We absolutely did it! Don't mind the fact that we burst into something, not at all! Ah, brilliant! Great, oh Jesus, not so great for him. Right, your Spitfire appears to have landed kind of abruptly. The state of that, we acted right! We hit a bump there and it kind of helped us out. That soundtrack though, right? Jesus, would you look at the cut of this though? About 3 Hail Marys will fix that for you. Who's next? Who can do the thing? Oh no, there's... Oh no! Another victim! Dougal! Did you just see what happened to Dougal? No! Hobnob's out the window! He's gone! He's gone! Oh, that's brilliant! The poor devil! Oh, that's brilliant! Of all the people that happen to... Oh, Jesus! Rafa! God almighty, you got a terrible doing. Look out for that fork lightning as well. Jesus, mind the bump.
I've been drinking. I have, Ted. I've been drinking like a mad Egypt.
Look at poor Doug's. He landed upside down. Oh, he's at the Australian Vesuvius. Oh, I can't see. Oh, brilliant. Oh no! Classic 2004. Oh, Jesus. Ah, poor little James though, huh? Oh, brilliant. Dougal made it out the far side. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. Oh, jeez, that was hilarious. The poor devil, did you see what happened to him? Oh, that was brilliant. So, this is training for the evacuation, Fireflies. We can successfully land right... Oh, Jesus, who didn't make it? Fallen up? He's fallen down. Jesus. Here's more. Oh, no. Oof, Jesus. Ah, there's Dougal now, look. Yeah, don't worry about the last one at all.
Oh, Jesus.
Totally fine. Far, far away. You need a bit of alt. Oh, Jesus, Elf. There goes Elf.
Oh, Jesus.
Far, far away, made it. Ah, brilliant. You see, those and the whirlybirds are fine. Oh, Jesus, there's an upside down plane. This isn't dangerous at all. Go on, canoe head, you can do it. Oh, Jesus, who was that? Flying teapot. No, no. It's not looking well for Flying Teapot. He's in a state of Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Psi 120. Oh, somersault landing. He's okay. He's okay. Ah, oh, brilliant. Oh. Canoe head 2 did it. Man yourself. We didn't doubt you even for a second. Ozymandias, good to see you. We have successfully landed on the side of Mount Vesuvius. Utterly realistic. Here's Orca Boy. Here's Gaseous. Briggsy! Do it again, we missed it! Ah, oh, Jesus. Go on, Gaseous, you can do it. Mind the bump. And he's okay. Nicely done. Oh. Now y'all have to take off from on top of a volcano. What could possibly go wrong? I have a good feeling about this. What a like, apart from us acting the Egypt, right? Isn't this like, holy crap, the view, like. Elf has made it, man yourself.
Yeah, baby.
Crazy. Crazy. Keen is coming in hot. There's Buck Danny. Angel 1-5 is inverted. Uh-oh. Grey Haim. There's Keen Lafford. Go on, Keen. Good. No. Oh, jeez. Keen, abort. Abort. Oh, brilliant. Right, it seemed like a great idea at the time. Now we just need to get out of there. This is be totally fine. Flyer 10. Flight Sergeant. Touchdown. Nearly, sorta, kinda. Nearly. No, he's gone down the far side. There's Briggsy. No, it didn't work out. Keen Lafford. What can he do from here? Oh, Jesus, he's no, nearly. Oh, God. No. There's nothing you can do, Keen.
They've done studies.
He's gone.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, I'm sore from laughing. Right. The Lord reckons he can get me out of this mess, but he's pretty sure he can't. Hang on. Ooh, steady. Up the hill, Murph. Yes. Bring the flaps in. Look over the nose. Now, can we manage to turn the devil around without, you know, going off a side? You know what I mean? Hey, Vienna Geek, good to see you. Don't mind me. Come on, Betsy, you can turn it. Come on, you devil. Yes, yes. No. Yes, yes. Right, I reckon now that's a fairly, you know, I can't see a thing, I'm inside lanes. Jeez, that's the wrong view completely. Right, we're moving. Go on, you devil. Yes. No. Yes. Mind the bump. Oh, Jesus, there's the bump. Oh, Jesus. And... yes. Gear up. Flaps in. We are flying. What an incredible mountain, though. A volcano's freaking nuts. Right, onto our final landing. 30 odd miles this way. Let's be having you. Nav mode, go ahead and arm you. Autopilot on, heading. No. Get us onto that magenta line. Yes. Call of 4,000. Oh, Jesus. Call of 4,000 feet. Attitude, nose down, please. There we go. Okay, down to 4,000. And we're going to get ourselves back on this magenta line. And we've about 10 minutes to go. Oh. Look at the view! Ah, lads, look at the cut of this, though. This is absolutely gorgeous. Here at Firefly Air, we laugh at volcano challenge landings. Keen Lafford is away. You take care, my dude.
This baby hits 88 miles per hour. Some serious shit.
As our flight draws to a close, the daunting and most terrifying, yet impressive Mount Vesuvius That's incredible, though, isn't it? Absolutely mad. Adam B. Twitch, you take care, my dude. 98 Vulcan is away. You take care. We're on the final leg. We're going to follow Toto out there to our final spot of the night, and that's going to be down at Lima, India, Romeo, India. Small little airport, and we're going to go for a landing on runway 23. We're minutes away. We're there in a couple of moments, and that was something else, isn't it? Look at the cut of it. Look at that for a view. Jesus. Murph, I'm thinking it's not a coincidence that the sun is setting on the volcano. I'm telling you. Look at that view, lads. We got a wombat in tight formation. That's incredible looking. It's so much to be said. Like, I mean, this sim is just incredible, isn't it? Like, it's, do you know what I mean? It's incredible. Like, to explore volcanoes, like, the whole world, like, that's what I keep saying. Like, the entire planet is there, you know? Kazaki, you take care of my dude. Ah, Gesù, Italian form of Ah, Jesus, says Doc Blues. Brilliant. Alright, how are we looking? We're absolutely booting it, but we're grand. Man alive, that's some sight, isn't it? Stunning. And for the most part, the stutters really behaved tonight, didn't they? Goblin Zeus, I don't believe it. Did you get to land on the volcano? Where are we next week? Hang on there now. So Mount Vesuvius was this week. Next week, friends, Mount Kilauea. It's in Hawaii. Mount Kilauea in Hawaii. And we're going to be flying in the Gottfried's Wilga. There's a plane I haven't flown in a long time. So we're off to Hawaii next week for the penultimate of our volcano series. I hope this has been fun. I've enjoyed this one. Man, look at that. Look at the sky, look. Energizer says my partner lives there. Well, not in the volcano. I should hope not. What's the weather? Terribly hot. Look at that for the view, though. Jesus. Screenshot the bejesus out of that. What's the plan for a series after the expo? I've got a lot of them. There's a lot of stuff to get through. I also want to do a little bit more ATC stuff. Goblin Zeus, good job. Have I got filters on? I'm using NVIDIA's me normal. If I turn them off, I mean, that's... Like, the filters that I use, it purely just... It brings the... It darkens down the shadows a little bit, gets rid of a little bit of bloom. That's default Microsoft Flight Sim there versus mine. Like, there's not much in it. Mine just kind of make it pop a little bit.
Jesus.
And they're the settings that are on Discord. If you look at all the sim settings, all my settings, they're on our Discord page. If you want to ramble over to Discord, !Discord will bring you in. And we're landing just down there. Do we have lights at this runway? Kinda, sorta. So runway 23 is what we're going for. So autopilot, be gone. Power coming back. Wombat, we bid you adieu. Awesome flying, my guy. And let's ramble on in here for a full stop. Look at this, though. Okay, let's have a look at our lights here. Okay, watch your speed. Yeah, we got runway lights here as well. Sweet. Classic 2004. Take care, my guy. I have a 4090, yes. And I'm starting to get some stutters. The pausing type of stutters. Oh no! Let's see what happens. We're okay, we're okay. Okay, about turn, drop the gear. Look at that view. Jesus, lads, that's amazing. Lightning as well, like where would you get it? Jesus. That's amazing looking. Alright, let's head her in. So speed's coming down, gear is down, start bringing the flaps down. Easy does it. Alright, ramble on in. Probably the most dramatic scene I've seen. It's awesome, isn't it? I got 2 of these today with this problem. Really? No, we're okay. So far tonight, no stutters. Like tiny stuff, but they're gone now again. Look at this. Got fireflies behind us. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, watch your speed. Easy now. Easy. Alright, gently does it. Really fun to arrive early and watch everyone come in. Starting, absolutely. Okay, speed is good. Gears down, 3 green, flaps are down and set. Let's rumble on in. Easy does it. Over the threshold. Power to idle, hold the nose. Easy, 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 easy. Touchdown! 62, we'll take it. Flaps in. And there we have it, friends. Bit of manual braking, speed's under 60. Give everyone a chance to get landed. Nice! Benny Hill music, yeah. Yeah. This is a great plane, it really is. Fastly becoming my absolute favourite. It's just everything about this plane I love. Twin engined, the realism is there, the consequence is there, the performance is there, and the flight model is bang on the money. It does exactly what you'd expect the aircraft to do in the real world, you know what I mean? Right, we know what to do at this stage, lads. Flash the lights, move the rudders, the ailerons, the elevators, the whole shebang. And we'll get ourselves situated here. Something like this. Alright, we'll sit tight for a moment. Brighten it up so we can see everyone. If you're sensitive to flashing lights, lads, do be careful. A scary wolf, not at all, dude. Thanks so much for joining us. Nice. Right, I might turn off the old lightning though, do you know what I mean? Alright. Duke says your FPS has been shocking all night. Really? Oh, no way, man. Duke, have you tried that NVIDIA DLSS thing? It works a treat, man. The noise of some of the aircraft here. This is fantastic. Right, we'll do one of these and one of them. And we'll do one of these. And here they are. Right, that should do it. Look at Briggsy. Donuts, man. AIM in 1973. Thank you so much indeed. 36 months. Thank you. So many. And there we have it, sports fans. That was so much fun tonight. I want to thank everyone so much for flying along as we discovered Mount Vesuvius here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. A group flight that was incredible fun trying to land on the volcano. But yeah, it's mad, right? Joking aside, Vesuvius, it's an active volcano, and like, you know, learning what we did tonight when it comes to things like, you know, their evacuation plans and how they're going to manage it, it's frightening stuff, right? Frightening stuff. But to everyone who flew along, that was so much fun. Beautiful selection of aircraft flying with us tonight. Your flying skills, absolutely incredible. And even those who didn't make it, it was brilliant. To all our friends on YouTube, thank you so much indeed for all the likes and subscribes. To everyone here on Twitch for all the follows, all the subscribes, and for everyone here in the chat for keeping me company. Thank you also very, very much indeed. To our team of moderators, we have an Airborne Muse fan, we have Old Veteran 965, and of course we have Gibbo Ireland, lads. Thank you very, very much indeed. We're back to tomorrow night from 1900 Zulu time, and we're going to be flying in the Skyvan, and well, we're flying that machine in Iberia. We're going to go from Portugal over to Spain as we check out some of the new world city updates, or the city updates. It should be a lot of fun, right? So yeah, we'll catch you over on Discord, !Discord. That's where we hang around when we're not on a live stream. So stand by, we'll go over and say hello to someone here on Twitch. To everyone on YouTube, thank you very, very much indeed. We hope to see you again tomorrow night. Have a great day tomorrow. If you're in Ireland, it's the Tuesday after a bank holiday. Yeah, my thoughts are with you. And for everyone else, well, it's one day less towards the weekend, which is awesome fun. So look at the lights giving us socks. So until then, lads, I shall bid you adieu as the music fades out, and we'll get an L raid going soon. See you soon.
Jesus.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't be.
Do you need a hand?
No, I don't need a. Do I need a hand?
It's heavy, yeah. Jesus, Murph!